around my own experiences, but the experience of what we see with the people we work with. You all will have a technical competency. For my sins, my original training and qualification was a finance guy. I was an accountant, and I ended up doing human change. That might tell you something about how much I enjoy doing accountancy, but it's kind of part of my career path. We all have a technical competency. And that technical competency is probably what started our career. We may have changed technical competencies during our career, but as we've grown up and built ourselves in and emerged into leaders, a lot of that will be built around our technical competency. We've probably also developed some business competency. We understand how business works, either through the industry that we're working in, through the sector. When I was a finance guy, we used to send all of our colleagues on finance for non-financial managers courses. Anyone been on one of those? That was kind of an 80s, 90s thing, and that was kind of building business competence, because it wasn't part of your skill, your core skill, but you needed to do it to be able to work effectively. And some of that business competency is also maybe around the sector that you work in, around how you do some of the work that you do. I think the challenge that we see is that if you look at where, I'm going to pick a number, 80%, 90% of learning and development dollars are spent, it is spent on those two competencies. So as we bring leaders up through organizations, we're bringing them up and skilling and equipping them in technical competency and what I would call business competency. We then put them into a role that says, actually, we don't want you to lead the finance department. We don't want you to lead the sales department, or we don't want you to be an IT leader. We now want you to be a change leader. And the question I have to ask is, how well have we equipped people to lead change? And leading change for me is very much a behavioral competency. It's not about my technical skills as a finance guy or my understanding of how the business works. It's actually about my ability to connect and interact with those around me. It's the human dimension. And actually, I think we spend very little of our development leadership pathway investment in helping our leaders understand how to develop behavioral competency. We almost assume that if you get to a certain level of leadership, you know how to get on and lead people. And then we put you into a very challenging leadership environment, which is leading a change program with all of the challenges that come with that, and expect it to be something you can naturally migrate into. So from my perspective, change leadership is actually quite different to normal functional leadership, if you like. It brings different pressures and different constraints, and it very much relies upon behavioral competency.